I love Arne Slot. This guy just says whatever comes to mind, and today he was spewing gold. There's one thing in particular that I literally laughed out loud in my car while I was listening to his press conference, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. There's a couple things Arne Slot talked about in his press conference that I thought were really, really interesting, and you're not going to want to miss this. And this is the channel that is all Liverpool all the time. It's all red. Hit the like button on this video as we continue to cover the best club in the world, Liverpool Football Club, and the best manager in the world, Arne Slot. So one of the first things that Arne Slot talked about was Kelleher versus Alisson. One of the reporters asked him about Alisson now that he seems to be fit. Does he come in or does Kelleher stay in? And Slot said that a fully fit Alisson would probably come in, but right now he's not quite at 100%. And unless Alisson is at 100%, there's no reason to take Kelleher out. So I think that's the right decision. I think Kelleher, has been so brilliant, and Slot recognizes that, of course. So he said Alisson should be back by the end of December. And I think we have a luxury here of having a really, really, really good number two that looks like a number one in Kelleher, and there's no reason to rush Alisson back, which is fantastic. So Alisson can get fully fit. Perhaps that's why Alisson hasn't been fit in the past, because he's been, needed to be rushed back, even though Kelleher did really well last season too. I think what we heard today as well from Slot was he wants some backup for Mo Salah. One of the reporters asked him if there's a concern that Gakpo and Diaz don't have as high of an output as Mo Salah. And Slot said, well, that's because Mo Salah plays more often than those two. The problem on the left wing is that it's not a problem. Diaz and Gakpo, they share minutes, because they're both very, very good. And we don't have that on the right wing. Salah is basically our only right winger. And so he said that's why, if you combined Gakpo and Diaz, their stats, you'd probably get some similar numbers to Mo Salah. And then, of course, the follow-up question was, well, are you relying too much on Salah? Is that a concern? And Slot said, yeah, I think it is. And we need to figure out how to fix that. We need, the biggest thing is we just need to keep Mo Salah fit and healthy. But that in my mind was like, ooh, I think Arne Slot wants a little bit of backup. I think he wants someone who can maybe share some minutes with Mo Salah, and Liverpool just don't have that at the moment. So that's one to watch in the transfer market, as Slot has kind of hinted there a little bit that Liverpool may want somebody who can come in and back up Mo Salah maybe this January. And speaking of Mo Salah, someone asked right off the bat, hey, Mo Salah's comments at the weekend, he said, if you hadn't seen what Mo Salah said, he basically said right after the Man City game, this might be my last time to play Manchester City at home, and so I just wanted to enjoy it. So, obviously there's speculation there that Mo Salah has not been approached by a new contract, but Arne Slot made an incredible joke. Here's what he said about Mo Salah's comments. He said, maybe Mo knows more about the 115 charges that are done, and he expects them to not be in the Premier League next season. I lost it, guys. That is fantastic from Arne Slot. I mean, he kind of thinks like a Liverpool fan, right? Like, what manager says that? What manager says that about Manchester City? Oh, Arne Slot. We love you so much. Oh my goodness, this guy. I tell you what, even Jurgen Klopp wouldn't say that. Of course, he said he was joking, but that's besides the point. He said it, and I love it so much.
Yeah, of course.